What I'm about to tell you is going to change the way you move in this music business. If your goal is to get signed to a major label, you clearly haven't been paying attention. Labels aren't signing artists anymore, they're buying them. And if you don't understand this shift in the industry, you're already behind. And the gap is getting bigger, which is exactly why you're stuck where you're at. So here's what's going on. In 2024, only 27% of the music being streamed in the United States came from new music. Now, 10 years ago, that number was at 45%. So what does this mean to you? Well, the data is telling the labels that it's safer to invest in older hits rather than gambling on new music. The labels are no longer driven by breaking new artists. Instead, they're focused on proven assets and predictable revenue, such as artists that are already generating revenue from their music. The major labels, such as Universal and Warner Music Group, have openly signaled this change. They're not even hiding it. They're restructuring their entire business around it. Think about it. All of the labels are merging together, every week laying off employees and getting rid of their A&R department. Their A&R has been outsourced to TikTok, Spotify, and the algorithm. So instead of signing and developing artists from the ground up, the labels simply wait for an artist to do all that hard work and blow themselves up. And you've heard me say this before, labels don't build fires, they just fan the flames. Labels today aren't artist development companies. They're only investors, that's all. They wait until you're making money, and then they offer you a loan against your own success. Once you start making that real money, guess who's knocking at your door? And this is how it all goes down. Let's say you're making $200,000 a year independently. A label says you're making money, and they might offer you up to $600,000 up front for a 5-album deal, which sounds great, right? But here's what's really going on. That $600,000 that they're giving you up front is called an advance that is recoupable against your royalties, meaning the label will get that money back. So you're basically getting an early payday loan for a crazy interest. Because in a standard record deal, they take 85% of your money, meaning before you sign that record deal, you were earning $200,000 a year. Now, after you sign that deal, you'll be making 15% of that, which brings you down to $30,000 a year. Then they deduct all the money they spend on your music and your career. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, they will also own and control your masters forever. So you're giving up ownership for an advance on the money that you are already making, which means the only artists that are getting signed today are the artists who don't actually need a deal because they're making money. But as you can imagine, you don't need a record deal these days. There's actually no upside at all. Now, for those of you who are thinking, well, Flossie, that's just crazy. What you're saying is crazy. Well, you got to ask yourself, have you ever heard any artist, any one artist say, I love being signed to record labels and they always pay me my royalties? I don't think so. Listen, if you stay consistent, keep releasing music, keep posting content, and keep building your audience, you can build a real business on your own. Because those same platforms and marketing tools that these labels use to promote their artists are available to you. So don't spend your energy chasing those labels. You don't need any label approval. Just focus on building your brand, your value, and your catalog. Because then you have real assets and you have leverage in today's music industry. And the artists who stay consistent and own what they create are the ones who are actually going to win. I hope this helps. Have a great day.